Hi Aquarius, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot. My name is Carol, and Aquarius, this is going to be your mid-month check-in for July 2024. And in today's reading, we are going to start off by looking at what situation, issue, decision, struggle, pattern, maybe even, you're dealing with right now as you go into the last 2 weeks of July. And then in the second part of the reading, I'm going to look at what is coming up from your shadow that is driving this pattern or this issue or this struggle or impacting it. And so we're going to be doing some shadow work in the second part of this reading. Now, if you're not familiar with shadow or shadow work, those two terms, I've left a really good video called My Powerful 4-Step Guide to Shadow Work. It's a video about facing your own shadow, and it's taken from my other channel called Carol Cares. And this video really focuses on a few things that I have learned in my own healing, intensive healing, shadow work journey, and how I do it. I've been working with a therapist myself for the last 7 years for my own complex trauma. And I put this together as just something to help you. It's a compilation of everything that I know about doing shadow work. So really good video if you want to have a look at that. And then in the third part of the video, we're going to be looking at some guidance from the tarot as to how you can start to heal this, right? Because that's what the important thing is. It's a healing channel. And so I want to help you heal it. And I'm also going to be offering you some videos again from my other channel that are going to be more specific to what you need to heal in this reading right here. So if you're new to my channel, I really want to welcome you. It's a new channel. We're 8 months old here. So, you know, I'm happy with it. And if you're a subscriber and you're coming back for another video, thank you for watching my videos, and I hope that they are helping you. I know I've been getting some really good feedback, and I like the comments. It lets me know, you know, if this is resonating with you. I get sometimes that you don't like to talk about your stuff. I understand that in your comments, but just sometimes it's nice just to let me know that, hey, this was good. I really resonated with it. Also, there has been a request from some of you to if I do personal readings, and I am happy to say that I will be offering for the first time personal readings, and I'm setting up a page. It was set up, but I have to work on the payment system on it on my Carol Cares website that I have, and there's a page on there for Yellow Cardinal Tarot. And you're going to find about 5 readings on there. And they're readings that I've been doing on this channel already. And maybe there's one that you liked that will be up there. And from time to time, I may change them. But right now, when I do advertise, and it's probably going to be, you know, in the next week or so, there will be a window of opportunity to get a discount on my readings. So you might want to take advantage of that while you can, while it's up, because it won't be up long, maybe a couple weeks. I'll put it up free discount. So I'll put a little video out on my community page, and I'll post it, I think, on my community page just to let you know that I'll be doing some readings. All right, so I may put it on the channel. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off now with, I'm going to pull 3 cards, hopefully just 3, for the 3 areas we'll be looking at. And I'm going to pull those from the Tarot Grand Lux from Ciro Marchetti. It's a brand new deck, so it's quite stiff, so I have to be careful when I'm dealing it. And then I'm going to clarify that with the Rider-Waite deck. And yeah, so let's get started, Aquarius. I want to know what situation, issue, struggle, pattern that's coming up for you right now. And it's going to take you into, you know, the rest of July. And if I did forget to say that, I will connect my link. So I'll give you a link to the July reading at the end that I did for you already if you haven't had a chance to do that. So let's go back to your situation. Woo, starting off well. Situation, issue that you're dealing with, or pattern. Okay, so 1 card for that, please. Tarot. All right, that one. Oh, you have the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse has come up for you. And what's coming up from your shadow? What's coming up from Aquarius's shadow that's impacting this situation? You have 2 sword cards. You have the 5 of Swords. And you have the Page of Swords. Interesting combination. Explains a lot. All right. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. And I like working with beautiful cards. And what guidance does the tarot have for you, Aquarius? What guidance does the tarot have? Ooh, that one came out. You have another page. Page of Wands. In reverse. Okay, so we have our cards here. I'm just going to clarify these. So if the tarot can go this far, yeah. All right, so I'm going to ask the tarot for some clarification for the Fool, please. A few cards here. Just going to give this a quick shuffle. I did before we came on, but just like to do it. All right, better. All right, so this Fool card, can I have some clarification for this, please? Just a couple cards, 2, 3 cards here for the Fool. I need some clarification. All right, you have the King of Swords, and you have the Eight of Swords here. Clarification for the 5 of Swords and the Page here. Tell me more about these 2 cards. That one did triple flip to come out. 7 of Cups, and you have the Queen of Cups behind it. That's clarification. Page of Wands. Can I have some clarification here? Page of Wands. Okay. You have the Ace of Cups and the 3 of Cups in reverse. Interesting situation here that I've noticed on your layout here for going into July, the last 2 weeks of July. You only have 1 major arcana on this table. And it's the Fool card. It's the first card that came out. It's the Fool card right here in reverse. So I'm going to say that your reading for the month of July, the last 2 weeks, is going to be focusing on that Fool card. Major arcana cards are these universal forces that come into play, universal energies that come into play. They're not our daily actions. The minor, all the other cards are our daily actions that we do. But these major archetypal forces are the major arcana cards, and you just have 1. So I think we need to pay attention to the Fool. So what situation are you dealing with right now? Well, you're sitting in a place with this Fool card, and I'm going to say, the Fool card doesn't come often in my deck. But when it does come, I pay attention to it. And this is something that you need to pay attention to, Aquarius, because the Fool card is that leap of faith. It's like that innocent type, childlike, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go and do it. Not so much, I want to say not so much like a child would, really not thinking, but it's just having faith that, if I jump from that rock to that rock, I'm not going to fall in the water. And this is what the universe wants you to do. It's almost like a push from the universe. It's saying you are ready to do this. Whatever it is right now, whatever situation you're in right now, this is a general reading, but you are more than ready to do this. And the universe wants you to go for it. Really does. but it's in reverse here. So that means that you're sitting in a situation where you know you want to do something. Could be something for yourself. It could be something that you know that needs to be done. You've been wanting to do for a long time. Could be something that relates to your job, your relationship, something you want to do for yourself, something you want to take your life in a new direction. But you just have this huge resistance to doing it. And most of the time it's because of fear that's sitting behind this. So there's some real big fear that's coming up for you. Now what's going to happen with this card is we're going to find out more about where this fear is coming from when we get to the shadow part of this reading to explain why you can't do this move that you need to do because you're more than ready to do it. And underneath it, there are two cards that are clarifying, why you can't make this move or what this move is. And I'm seeing the first card that comes out is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords, the king is the masculine part of ourself. It's our ego. It's our ego self. And oftentimes when our ego self, when we're ready to do something, when we're ready to do something new and we're ready to, jump off that cliff and trust that it's going to be okay, trust in the universe that's going to be okay, your controller will come in, or I call it my controller. It's the first time I've used that word it's the ego, your ego self. I call it my controller. But your ego self will come in and it'll block at what you want to do. It'll put these ideas in your head and you'll start to hear them. Because the sword is our mental thoughts. And so you're going to hear things that will talk to you about your authenticity, about being you. Like, who do you think you are? You can't do this. Why would you want to do this? Raise your hand, like, I can't see you, but if you haven't heard, like, who do you think you are? And so maybe you're hearing that. These are like these doubts that the ego will come in and put them in your head. And that's why you have this fear here. And you are feeling, and here's the Eight of Swords, where, look at you. I talked about how this ego will come in and tell you all these things. Who do you think you are? You can't do this. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. And here are all these swords. These are all these mental thoughts you're telling yourself. All of them. And you are feeling completely tied up, frozen, paralyzed, putting a blindfold on your face because you just don't know what to do. You don't know where to turn. You are completely up in your head, completely frozen in fear to do this. And and your mind's just repeating on over and over, put it on repeat. You can't do this. And you don't see that this puddle of water here, these emotions at the bottom, right? There's some things here that have to be felt. There's something that has to be felt here. I mean, it's not flowing. It's stuck. It's stagnant. And that tells me that there's something in your shadow that's coming up here that you need to process, that you need to heal right here in order for you to make this move. And this is how this journey works. I can't tell you how many times I've wanted to do something new for myself, including offering personal readings on this channel. And it's not something that comes like this. It's another hurdle. It's another thing where I have to, I got to take that leap of faith. But in order to do that, I have to work through some more of my own shadow. And I have been in the last 2 weeks. So, this is how this journey works. And so what's coming up? What's coming up from your shadow? Well, you have the Five of Swords, and then you have a little Page of Swords behind it. So we'll take these two and talk to them. I think I could talk to them together. So the Five of Swords, that tells me, I call my Five of Swords, again, it's a sword energy, so it's a mental energy here. I call this my bullying card. My bullying card. And you don't have a picture of, oh wait, I'm looking at the page. You do have it here. So here's this person in the front who, he's the bully. And bullies bully because they're full of shame. And shame, that emotion, is something we're not born with. It's something we're given to by other people who have it themselves. And every single one of us on this planet has shame because people hand it to us freely, right? And in this case, this is something that talks about, the bully card, how he's beating his victim right here. And you can see this, his victim slumped over here, kind of holding his face here. And I always focus on the victim card, the victim in this card, because this victim has just been given a lot of shame from this bully right here. And so I'm seeing here that there's a very young part of you, because your page comes up right behind it. My pages in my deck are inner children. There's an inner child, a very young part of you, 4, 5, 6 years old, that was given some shame, was bullied maybe, something happened, and they need to heal. You have an inner child that's carrying some shame that needs to heal before you can do what you want to do, and turn this fool over and take that leap of faith. So let's get a little bit more information about this inner child that needs to heal their shame. So when you were younger, this talks about, our shadow talks about when we were younger. And so where did this come from? So when you were younger, here's the 7 of Cups here. And the 7 of Cups speaks about all these wants and these desires and these wishes. And there was so much out there that you wanted to do. And when we're younger, we're really keen on doing a lot of things, right? There's just so much out there. But for some reason, all of that was kind of stifled in you. And, basically you were told that you can't have all these wishes and these desires and all what you want. And I think that's when you kind of turned inwards and you realized that, well, I guess there's got to be something else out there that I need to do, because I can't do what I want to do. I'm not allowed to do what I want to do. And the Queen of Cups comes right behind it. And the Queen is the feminine aspect of it. And she's all about our wishes and our dreams. And she's all about feeling and emotions. And I think this is where, you stopped desiring, you stopped wishing, you stopped hoping that you could do what you wanted to do when you were younger. And because you were shamed into thinking, maybe somebody told you weren't allowed to do that. Maybe someone told you that, who do you think you are? I'm going to pull one more card for clarification here right after the Queen of Cups that I think might be help us. Oh, I ended up getting 2 more cards here. Again, you got the Fool. And then you got the 4 of Wands in reverse here. So yeah, here it is. So I see here that you wanted to do something. You really felt like there was so much on offer for you. So I see that as a child, you were very much someone that, dreamt a lot, and desired, had, lots of things they wanted to do. But you became hesitant. There was something here that you were told where you became hesitant with the Fool in reverse again. And the 4 of Wands talks about, this victory card of being able to take our life into that direction that we want to go into. And it's in reverse here. So you were very much blocked by doing what you wanted to do when you were younger. And I think the universe, wants you to get in touch with maybe some of these. We'll see what it says in this, in your guidance here. But very much you felt shamed when you were younger to do something. And I don't know what it is that you want to do right now. Maybe it's related. Well, of course it's related to this. But is it something specific, like maybe when you were younger you wanted to learn how to play the guitar, and you weren't allowed to for some, you were told that's stupid, that's dumb, there's no purpose in doing that. We don't have the money to buy a guitar. I don't know, whatever it was. And then now you're saying, okay, this is what I want to do, but you're feeling this fear around it. And sometimes we don't even know. We don't even know why we can't do something. When I started my tarot channel, it just didn't come like this. I would try to get in front of the camera and I'd have to turn it off and go. There was this incredible fear to do it. I couldn't take that leap of faith. And I had to figure out, I had to turn off the camera, and I had to go back and do some more digging into my shadow to find out why I was not allowed to do that. And once I got to that, and once I grieved my inner child that needed healing around this, I was able to come on here and read tarot. And that's how it works. And so what's the guidance here? What guidance does the tarot have? Well, you have another inner child here, and we can have more than one inner child. Mainstream psychology likes to say, well, you only have one inner child. Nah, I've been on this healing journey for a while. I have different children that hold different, purposes, or hold different. You have your swords, which is you weren't allowed to be your authentic self. This is the page. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this is a page that needs healing. I did. Yeah, you weren't allowed to be your authentic self. And because you weren't allowed to be yourself, this page, which is another inner child, and this is the wands. This is the one that holds your purpose, what you were supposed to do. And so there is, a couple inner children here. There's one that is holds your authentic self, and the other one that's knows what you were supposed to do. Well, that's in reverse. And so the universe wants to turn that around, wants you to heal these inner children that knew who you were and knew what direction you were supposed to go into. And now that you're trying to do this again, you've got this fear coming up, because obviously there's this fear of getting blocked again, right? Of getting told you can't do that, and you're hearing all these things in your head, these 8 of Swords that's telling you can't do this. And this is the same stuff that you were told when you were younger. It's coming up again. This is like a pattern on repeat saying, you can't do this, and you're hearing the same things again that you were told when you were younger. But you got to go back and you got to heal. These younger children need to grieve because they knew what they wanted to do. They knew what direction they wanted to go into, and they weren't allowed. You have a new offer here in the guidance from the tarot, and there's a resistance to taking it. I know it's in reverse. It's a gift from the universe, and it's a cup. It's a new offer. It's a cup of feeling of getting back into your body, not your head, getting out of your head and grounding back into your body, because you're all caught up in your head right now with these belief systems about what you can and cannot do. And the universe says, okay, we're going to go into our body and we're going to feel this shame. We're going to feel this shame that you were given when you were younger that prevented you from being you and doing what you wanted to do. And then you're going to celebrate. And you're going to do that by celebrating. This is a feminine energy card here. It's going to celebrate your creativity. It's going to celebrate your authenticity of who you are. It's in reverse right now, right? Because you've got to feel that shame. Once you get back into your body, once you start to feel your shame, you ground back into your body and really sit with that shitty feeling of shame, you are going to be on the way to seeing your creativity is going to come out again. Your authenticity is going to, shine, and you're going to be able to take that leap of faith. And so I'm going to leave you with a playlist on shame. I also have a video on grounding that I think you would find useful as well on my other channel, Carol Cares, because I think you need to get back into your body and out of your head. And I'm going to leave you with my video for July 2024. And I will talk to you in August. Bye-bye, Aquarius.